Hey, what's up, nerds? It's Paul at Radio Free Hammer Hall. So I just went to an RTT this weekend for the first time in, I don't know, a long time. Last like year and a half or so for me have been a little bit absent from actually playing Age of Sigmar, as well as doing videos, but I'm sure you guys have noticed that. But I am headed back at it. My absence didn't have anything to do with, not enjoying the game or anything. It was just life spent, I don't know, extra lifey, I guess. So went to an RTT, played Slaves to Darkness for the first time with the new book, as well as some new units and stuff. Um, and it was really cool, really fun. Also, hadn't played this battle pack before, so that was a little bit of an education and experience. So I thought I would go through the list that I played and just like my general thoughts on that. Um, so, as I said, Slaves to Darkness, Kabbalists. Grand strategy was take what's theirs, and my triumph was inspired. Um, I marked everything in the army Nurgle as one does when you're me, and you just love Grandfather Nurgle. My Slaves to Darkness has, I guess, a little bit of a story behind it. This was originally just other units in my Megatkin army back when before all of the rules for like how allies and coalition and the new battle tomes for chaos worked. Back when this army was started years ago, um, if you were running like chaos warriors and you marked them Nurgle and you put them in a Maggotkin army, they just benefited from everything as if they were the same thing as like Blight Kings. So um I started the army way back then. It's just like, oh, there's more stuff to collect. Cool. And oh, excuse me. I apologize. My allergies are driving me crazy. My throat's dry. My eyes are drippy. My nose is drippy. Anyway, so all of this was like already almost completely painted in my Nurgle scheme and based with my Nurgle army. And then there were changes to the rules, and then I was just a proud owner of a Slaves to Darkness army that was all marked Nurgle. So I've just kind of gone with it. It's just kind of stuck to that. Whole thing is converted. Um, Literally, almost every single model in the army is converted. Um, Lots and lots and lots and lots of Blight King bits have been used for the creation of this army. All right, so the list itself: Chaos Sorcerer Lord with the Chaos Familiars artifact for that extra cast once per game. He had Chaotic Conduit and Demonic Speed. I don't know why this stupid thing thinks he has Warp Reality, but he definitely doesn't because he's marked Nurgle, not Zinch. An Exalted Hero of Chaos with his double axes to ask you some questions. He's got a Hellfire Sword, so when he wounds, he is doing mortal wounds on 6s to wound, equal to his damage, and the attack sequence ends. He, along with, we're in Kabbalists, so all my heroes are wizards, so I gave him Flaming Weapon to make him a little bit more punchy, and I gave him the Tunnel Master aspect of the champion, so he could do his little teleport shenanigans once per game. And then I had my Lord on Kakadraka, who was my general, and I gave him the Death Dealer command trait so that he could pile in an attack twice once per game. And then his spell was Demonic Speed. I definitely read Demonic Speed incorrectly when putting this list together and previously reading this book in general. Did not notice that it was only mounted units that targets. So in the future, change number one, I don't know if I would be running demonic speed at all on these guys. Chaotic conduit, I definitely cast that a bunch of times and it was nice. And I did dip into, like, I used the Chaos Familiar for the one that makes an enemy unit strike last. And that was really powerful as well. So I might have to bring that in more commonly. I also, in this list, while we're talking about the wizards and the Kabbalah stuff, I also had a Darkfire Demon Rift and a Burning Head. I did not cast those much. They did not do much. They were a waste of 90 points, I think. So that's like change number one to the list. I think I would take those out. So my thought process in getting to a Kabbalist's list to begin with. I knew, obviously, I'm running like Nurgle marked. So doing the whole Legion of the First Prince thing would be kind of silly because it's mostly undivided oriented. Despoilers was going to be out because I'm not doing anything with demon princes and I'm not doing anything with other monsters, so no despoilers. I really don't like all of the marauders and cultists that much, and I don't. Well, I'm not going to say I don't own many of them. I do have a few different cultists, mainly from playing Warcry. And then I have a whole bunch. I do have 10 Marauder Horsemen, which I do actually like. And I'm going to probably do a video on like the random unsung models of this army that I like at some point. But I do like the Chaos Marauder Horsemen. I have like 40 Chaos Marauders on foot, but they are just all in pieces in a box. I don't really personally like them for a variety of reasons. I originally bought them like with the old book when Chaos Marauders were just like these crazy little glass cannon units. They were never my style and still are not my style, so I'm probably never going to bother doing anything with those. And I tried doing like a conversion thing with them and it didn't work out, and so I was going to like put all the pieces back together and never did. Anyway, so that is all to say, not running Ravagers. So that leaves me with Despoilers, not Despoilers, Host of the Everchosen, Legion of the First, not Legion of the First Prince either. Oh my god, I am brain farting so bad today. Host of the Everchosen, Kabbalists, and Knights of the Empty Throne. I just kind of wasn't feeling like running an all-mounted list to do the Knights of the Empty Throne thing. Like, I think it's cool, but I also was just like not in like feeling like the whole like run in charge alpha strike thing. I don't think that's really good marking everything Nurgle anyway. So this is just like not optimal. And then looking at the Host of the Everchosen, I was obviously, as you'll see from my list, I was definitely planning on playing like, the Knights, the Warriors, and the Chosen that would be able to get the easier rally on those guys. But I wasn't sure how often I was actually going to be like actually rallying them, and I didn't care about the extra ensorcelled banner. So it was like, it was very possible that I would go like the whole tournament and have this do absolutely nothing for me. So the only one that I was really looking at that was going to potentially do anything was Kabbalists. And it actually ended up working out really well. I know Tyler over at Warhammer Weekly has been a big fan of Kabbalists. I think like being able to throw flaming weapon on a random hero to get some extra punch is really good. Always having a mystic shield in your pocket available is really good. The Slaves to Darkness spell lore is just all around solid. So I think like it's just nice utility. I'm usually not a huge fan of magic in Age of Sigmar, but being able to use the draw on power and cast on 3d6 is definitely the kind of bonus I think that you need to become consistent. And then this will make your sorcerer a double caster, so then you can do 2 casts a turn with that. And if you cluster them together with Kabbalists, they all can do that, which I think is not really that necessary. But anyway, I think Kabbalist is really cool and fun. I like it, even though I don't really like Magic and Age of Sigmar that much. It's just like this random extra bonus that you kind of get along with the army, and I think it just kind of works out. All right, so my units: a unit of 5 Chaos Knights, 2 units of 10 Chaos Warriors, a unit of 6 Ogroid Theridons with big boy axes, and then a unit of Chosen that is 10 strong that have the eroding icon. So I feel like pretty much all of this did its job, did what I expected it to do. The Ogroid Theridons, I think, were, I don't know. I think my opinion is still out a little bit on how well they worked. A block of 6 Theridons seemed to just be like this thing that everyone was beelining toward. People were really afraid of it. So when they did actually manage to get some attacks in, they definitely were really powerful. But I mean, but because they were just targeted so quickly and so heavily, I think I need to experiment with them more first. The Chaos Knights are definitely good, but they are not unless you are running a 10 block of them, I think they're not really that strong of a hammer. I think they're more like a little bit more like mobile anvil, and they're fast. They move 10, which is really good. And then combining that with the Lord and Karkadrak, doing that double charge, and everybody fights first, and then you get another unit fight first on your turn. I think that's definitely really strong. So what would I do differently here? Well, definitely the Darkfire Demon Rift and Burning Head will go, so then I have another 100 points to do something with. I definitely would want to try out a Chaos Chariot. Might do another Exalted Hero of Chaos, so that I have another whatchamajigger, Galatian Champion. Oh man, my brain's fried. I think I've already said that. My brain is just toast today. It has been for a while. I don't know. It might just be my natural state now. I think the Warriors did a really good job of what they're doing, and they definitely can punch harder than I expected. So I really like the Warriors a lot. That unit of 10 Chosen is just like the hammer of the army. They were MVP. But then again, that block of 10 is 480 points. So it better freaking be an MVP for how many points you're dumping into it. So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that I want to try with this army. I really, really like this book a lot. So, I mean, I think the only solution is obviously I need to play a lot more games and experiment more and try things out. Yeah, I think the endless spells, I think, are just not really the way to go, even in Kabbalists. But yeah, I don't really have too much more on this. So how did this perform in the event? So I went 2-1. I lost round 1 against Ideneth. And then I won against Slaves to Darkness mirror match that was Knights of the Empty Throne with Be'lakor and Some of his stuff was Nurgle, some of his stuff was Corn. Um, so it was, definitely a very different build of Slaves to Darkness than what I was running. It almost felt like playing a different army because it was, he was just so heavily dipped into other things that I wasn't touching. And then the last round, I played against Slaanesh, and it turns out Slaanesh is like paper thin compared to what Slaves to Darkness can put out. So that he just conceded at the bottom of two because he was already almost tabled and just hadn't earned enough depravity out yet to do anything. So uh, I think I really like it. I had a lot of fun. Had three really good games. The game that I lost, I felt like I was really in the whole time. Um, and just tinkering around with this army is fun. Um, that Exalted Hero of Chaos, just he was surprising. Like I didn't actually sit down and do the math beforehand on the Exalted Hero of Chaos to see, um, how much damage is he actually going to do with a flaming weapon? And what if I make it his best day ever? What if I, all out attack with him? And all things together, just he was great. Like he definitely did quite a bit of damage. He used his Tunnel Master and popped up and grabbed objectives and things like that. He was just threatening enough, but also survivable. And um, I don't know, and just spinning the wheel of destiny every time with the Eye of the Gods table. Like I got him up to like Rend 3 in a 5-up ward one game. Um, like he was just killing stuff. So really cool, really fun. The Lord on Karkadrak, oh my god, does he just destroy things? Um, I have a second Lord on Karkadrak that I'm working on because I think they're just that good. Um, for the future times when we're not worried about Galatian champions and we can, just run better heroes instead of more little ones in match play, uh, and still do well. I think like double Lord on Karkadrak will definitely be solid. Um, then other thoughts. I mean, that Chaos Sorcerer Lord is just really good. Um, nothing in this army felt like it was undercosted or overcosted. Everything felt like it did its job and filled its role really well. Everything basically does what it says on the tin. Um, the Theridans, I feel like I just didn't get uh, that much of an opportunity to see what they did just because they were so heavily targeted. Um, so yeah, I mean, they're cool though. I like them. They hit super hard, even with the few attacks that I did get off with them, which is probably why they've been targeted so heavily. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk through what my thinking for the list was. I've got a lot of other stuff, as I said, that I want to try, and I'm definitely just psyched to be playing more Age of Sigmar and talking about Age of Sigmar and all of those sorts of things. Um, so I think I'm going to call it here for now, guys. I have been working on a spicy little video for you guys about how to make demon princes not suck. And I am shocked so far at what I was finding. Because the key, apparently, to making demon princes good is not necessarily what is on that war scroll. It is all the other crap that can impact them. So, anyway, I'll talk to you all later.